Yes. All right. So as I was saying, good people is Uguti understanding. Take love aside. Take love aside, and let us understand each other before I can even conveniently and with so much conviction say Uguti, I love you. I need to understand you. I need to understand you. We need to have that understanding so that on everything that we are doing, we are on the same page. So, a connection here to is depend on how well we understand each other. Oh, sorry, I forgot Konje Uguti. I need to use strictly English. And my colleagues who are going to present, please English only, because we've got people in Namibia who don't understand the South African vernax. So yeah, so it gets very hard now to navigate this whole thing of relationship and marriage if we don't understand each other. It gets very hard. But at the same time, you have to understand, you have to understand someone whom sometimes is going to piss you off. And sometimes it's difficult to understand someone you are mad at. But the whole concept is that we have to understand each other. Now, the idea of understanding each other in a relationship seems simple on the surface, but it is very challenging to execute it. Because feelings are involved, emotions are involved, and also preconceived ideas are involved. So there's so much now that you will have, so much clutter that you will have to unpack in order for you to get to that space where you're saying, I understand this person. So how do we cultivate now a relationship of understanding between two individuals? How can you do your best to understand each other, and what are the things that are part of that? Now, the big question then, before we even get to those, the big question is, what does understanding mean? What is to understand in the context of a relationship, in the context of your partner? So the idea of achieving understanding, in a relationship is something that should be a priority, and it's something that it will not always be possible. When it's not possible, you need to take time out, cool off. Because Mamela, what is the point of you continuing, proceeding, and moving ahead if I don't understand you? It's like being a teacher and you're saying X plus Y is equals to XY. And the children or the people that you are teaching, they don't understand that. You cannot move now to 2X minus 3Y because I haven't understood the basics of, the basic fundamentals of what we are dealing with here. So it's the same thing in a relationship, right? So it becomes difficult to proceed. And I've seen a lot of relationships, people they just go on and on and on and on and on and on. And you find, Uguti, we are in August, but I didn't understand you in March. And because there was no clarity given, we just proceeded. And the confusion gets even more and more and more and more and more. Misunderstandings, they get more and more and more and more. All right? Now, all the challenges that we have, I'm challenging you, all of you guys here on the screen. I'm challenging you. I want you to jot down 3 key challenges that you've had in your relationship. Just 3, all right? One of you can just write them or you can just discuss it. Just 3 of them. And as we're going through this, I want to prove it to you that you're having those challenges because of misunderstanding. It's because of the misunderstanding that you guys would have. It's because there are certain principles, there are certain boundaries that were completely misunderstood. Now, misunderstanding also comes from no communication at all. So when we don't communicate, we leave room for assumptions. And assumptions are going to create even more confusion. Yeah, it's a bubble and then it went through my nose. All right. You don't have to get it or feel it to accept and understand. Okay. So that's something that I want us to get out of the way. For me to understand you, I don't have to agree with you. Because you see, most of us, we assume or we expect ukuthi understanding means agreement. No. No. Understanding means ukuthi I hear you and I get where you are coming from. I hear you and I get where you are coming from. And I get why we are here based on what you have just relayed to me. All right? So it doesn't mean ukuthi I agree with you. The fact of you saying to me, I'm angry. The fact that you're saying to me, when you speak to me and you raise your voice, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Mamela, I hear you and I get where you're coming from and I grasp the concept of what you are saying and I have an idea of why you are feeling like that. I understand you. But it doesn't mean that I agree that that's how you're supposed to feel. Because now that feeling and the agreement is a different concept. This is now when you have brought love to it. So the understanding without love then creates a bit of confusion and animosity and discourse, bitterness, and so forth. So I get you, I feel it, I understand. Okay? So in a relationship, in understanding relationships, you can empathize with the other person and you make space for them to think and feel the way that they do. So that is me understanding. I'm saying to you, you are allowed to feel the way you do. You are allowed. I'm not invalidating how you feel. I'm saying you are allowed to feel. And it means, Oguti, and I empathize with you. And I'm going to allow you space to feel the way you feel. Allowing space doesn't mean walking away, running away, or neglecting a person, and so forth. But it means, Oguti, I'm going to entertain how you feel. I'm not going to crush you because you are feeling different. So I'm giving you that space, and I respect that what you are experiencing is about you, but is also about how I could have contributed to how you are feeling. This is the hardest one now. This is the hardest one, Uguti. We take accountability for how your partner feels. Mamela, I'm not crazy. I live in this house with you. So there's no way that I will feel the way I'm feeling on my own. Yes, sometimes it will be external factors at work, your siblings, your mom, in-laws, or whatever. But the fact that I'm feeling that here and you are also here, it means, Uguti, you are part of that. So why is understanding very important in a relationship? So you might say, but I don't have to understand. Mamela, if you don't have to understand, how are you going to relate with me? How are you going to build with me? How are you going to move? Hence I'm saying, the minute understanding is not there, and the minute understanding doesn't exist, stop, because you are piling up let's go back to my example. X plus Y is equal to XY, right? I don't understand that. I don't get it at all, at all, at all. Now you cannot now start giving me a square root of XY. I don't know A, B, C, D up to Z. I don't know them. You cannot expect me to construct a word. You cannot expect me to write a word without understanding the vowels or the alphabets. All right. So, why is it important? If we care about one another, that's number one. If we care. So the key word there is be caring. If we care about one another. Number two, if you enjoy each other's company, because there is no way in hell and in heaven that you are going to be so happy and comfortable in a space and with someone that you don't get, that you don't understand. You don't even get what is vibing me. If you don't understand why Pastor X is doing what he's doing, then you can't be with me. You can't. You know, I always make my kids understand. And sometimes I even reward them. I say, you know what? This is my work. These are my hours. And should I take more than these hours, and then there's a reward because I've stolen your time. This slot, it's a Saturday. I work Saturdays. I booked it with the entire family. I said, guys, 10 o'clock until 3. I'm not available. I'm working. I finish at 3 o'clock. Okay. But if I go over 3 o'clock, then I owe them. There's an understanding. And they need to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing it because I love it, but I'm doing it because it fits them. So there are certain things that I wouldn't expect. Interruptions, steady. Can we go to while I'm working? No. Understanding, simple thing. When you understand each other, then you can be able to drive the family. You are able to function. You are able to move. So if you care about me, you will make an effort to understand me. If you enjoy my company, you are going to make an effort to understand me. It's not about you. It's about you understanding me. Mamela, it gets to that point of saying, okay, it's fine. I'm not really into Valentine's in. But if my partner is into it and I sit them down, I say, baby, why are you so much into Valentine? And it's not something that you are doing because other people are doing it, other women in your Stokvel are doing it. No, you are doing it because you firmly believe in it and you make me understand. When I understand it, then it's no longer about me not wanting to do it. Okay? And this is a real life example. I don't believe in that. You know, I believe Valentine's is every day. Otherwise, it's going to limit me from, exploring and doing things outside of it. But you know what? On that day, I'm saying, okay, fine, baby. When I believe in this thing, I'm available. I'm not going to do anything, but I'm available. If you want to do anything, even if you want a budget for it, I'm available. Knock yourself. You tell me we're going to Kukumba Land. I'm going to go to Kukumba Land. Why for you? Because why? You've made me understand. And because I care about you, and because I love you, and because I enjoy being with you, and because I want to build with you, and because I also want you in return to understand me, I'm going to do it. Do I want it? No. Do I believe in it? No. But I understand why. And I will also tell you and say, you know what, I hear what you are saying, but for me, this is how I'm seeing it, and so forth. However, if what I'm saying doesn't change your standpoint, you still feel, Uguti, this thing via Valentine is the thing, let's go ahead, baby. Let's do it. Okay? Let's go ahead and do it. Because for me, let's say not understanding it is because I believe in date nights. Ukuthi at least once or twice a week, we need to have a date night, special night, just the same way you will do it for Valentine's. Special night that is just for us. Understand? That is every week. Every week. No fail. No matter how busy you are. Okay? So, this is something that you get now to do. But now, if it's going just to be limited to that, and then you do it once a year, I'm like, okay, fine, what about the rest of the time? Now, the importance of understanding in a relationship, it goes far beyond just the surface of hearing you. But it's about also valuing what the other person feels. So for you to show that you care, you need to value. Okay, you need to value what I do and who I am and what I stand for. Otherwise, why are you with me if you don't think Uguti, you know, I'm the best person ever? Like, why? Why are you with me? Okay, so it's important. Now, 2 reasons why understanding is important in a relationship. It's connection and trust. I connect with you. When you understand me, I connect with you. I connect with you better. And then we find each other. Okay? We find each other. And we get now to trust each other in the process of that. Okay, now when a partner feels like we are showing up with both love and understanding, they start now feeling good. Okay, it's fine. This person truly see me and they truly hear me. All of us, we want to be heard. You left your ex because you felt good. No, I'm not heard here. I'm not understood here. Now, quickly, I've got 15 minutes left before I give Uzuki to take us through a few things there. Let's look at how to improve understanding in your relationship. How to improve that understanding. Now, understanding comes through communication. You have to be willing to communicate. You cannot have understanding without it. I'm using a borrowed voice. My voice died completely yesterday after the youth service, and I couldn't even do my Friday live. It was gone. So this morning I woke up, I'm like, yo, God is merciful. So I've got my voice back. All right. Now, here's the thing. For your understanding, you need to ask for what you want. If you want us to have your understanding, you need to open your mouth. Ask what you want. Ask what you need. Don't assume that, no, hey, he's my man. He should know. Mamela, hey guys, we are too old for that. We are too old. I'm sure you can see my face. Now I'm just looking at myself now. I'm more gray than I was last month. We are old now. Like this thing, Yoguti, we have to be canine dogs. Like go around sniffing. Okay, now she's sulking. I need to start now doing emets in my head. Yoguti, okay, fine. If she's sulking now, it's 10 o'clock. What did I do at 9? Okay, nothing. But okay, maybe she's angry for what I did yesterday, and because by this time she was hoping Uguti I would have apologized. Or maybe I've been given a deadline. Okay, he messed up yesterday morning and now it's 24 hours on the dot. Like, guys, we're too old. We're too old. Say what you want. Say it. Ask for what you want. Ask what you need. Communication and understanding in a relationship, they go hand in hand. If you are feeling misunderstood in your relationship, in your marriage, it's your job. It's your job. You cannot be a baby and sulk. You cannot be a baby and start saying, no, it's okay. No, it's fine. Like, guys, we are building here. There's no time to be playing petty emotional things here. Like we're wasting time. Wasting time. Imagine like that whole day when you were sulking just because you were misunderstood. And I have even no clue that you misunderstood me. So it's your job to clarify. Or it's your job to say, baby, Mamela, I think you don't understand me. And I've run out of ways to explain myself. Can I just take some time out and recollect my thoughts? And then I'll come back to you so that I can explain what I mean. Like, you don't, you don't sulk. Because you're sulking, you're adding more. Because now I'm more confused. I was confused by what I couldn't understand. And now I'm confused by your reaction. Okay? So it's a simple thing. It takes few words. What I need from you is understanding, baby, can I have 1, 2, 3? This is what I want. Like, explain what you mean by you want me to understand you. What is it that you want me to understand? No, this thing, no, it's fine. You don't understand me. You don't want to understand me. No, it's not that I don't want to understand you. I was once told, hey, but when a baby, sometimes you argue for the sake of arguing. I'm like, no, for as long as it doesn't make sense to me, I'm going to argue it. And the fact that I'm arguing, I'm saying to you, make me understand. Make me understand. I'm not understanding. And me putting my point across, it's giving you an opportunity to correct and clarify. So if I'm saying, no, there's nothing wrong with abantwana eating sweets, the kids eating sweets after 8 o'clock, it's because of this and this and this. And I'm saying scientifically this. I'm saying health-wise it's because of this and this and this and this. Make me understand. Otherwise, bring some facts. Bring something that will say, it's not good. Sometimes you'd find when I'm saying it's not good, or Omnia is saying it's not wise. Now, send fightly English. You're fighting over just terminology. You're fighting over terminology. Okay? Now, your partner might have a different idea of what it means and what it looks like to be understanding. So by sharing what you're looking for, you can help them ensure you get what you want. Okay? So the second thing, you need to listen with curiosity instead of judgment. All right? You listen with curiosity instead of judgment. When we disagree or feel attacked, we tend to get defensive and judgmental towards our partners. This can move us now towards a fight, misunderstanding our partner, and ultimately, challenging the mere existence of the relationship. You end up now questioning, and I've heard people say, no, but Pastor X, we don't get each other. We don't understand each other. I doubt this relationship is working. Just because of misunderstanding. Nina. You didn't want that relationship to begin with. Didn't want. If we have understanding in our relationship, we don't jump to conclusions. We don't. And can you be curious to understand me? And part of being curious is you listening and saying, oh, okay, it's fine. I hear you. And then you engage. Okay, so if I do this, so to you, this is what it means. Yes. Okay, fine. How do I make it better so that you don't get to have the wrong end of the stick? It's a simple thing. And then from there, you just have to do what your partner has said based on you claiming to have understood. So you cannot be defensive. So you need to listen to your partner with curiosity. Listen with some show participation. Show them that you are there. Because that is the only way you will understand them. That is the only way you will understand them. Yesterday I authorized something. I authorized something that I was not supposed to authorize. And then I thought about it only yesterday. I authorized it on Thursday. One of my boys comes to me on Thursday after school. He says, Daddy, I'm just feeling tired. Okay? I'm just feeling tired. I'm like, no, go sleep. He's like, no. Can I not go to school tomorrow? Like, that was a weird request. A 13-year-old, can I not go to school tomorrow? And then I'm like, the father in me and the therapist in me, I'm like, no, my son is being bullied at school. It could be anything. And then I'm saying, why? It's like, no, like, I really feel drained. And he was participating in some challenge, and he got some accolades, and he got a top 10 achiever, a badge, and whatever. So he's a performer. And then I thought maybe there's something he did. He's running away and all these things. And I said to him, let me think about it. And then I came to a conclusion, no. And he came back. He said, have you thought about it? Because I need to know so that I tell my friends to send me any work if there is work. And then I'm like, so this guy is even planning kakuhle. So this thing is well thought. And then I said to him, sit down, son. And I started asking questions. Is there anyone bullying you? No. Anyone threatening you? No. Do you have any work that you haven't done and the teacher wanted it? It's like, no. And then he says, yo, Daddy, you know what? Today, some teacher that I don't know, it was the first time seeing him, is doing great, whatever, standard 6, the first one in high school. And he says, this teacher just called me and said, what is your surname? And says, Hlitana. And then he's like, is Pastor X your dad? And he said, yes. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I was like, that's weird. He described the teacher. I don't know the person. So we left it at that. And so I thought about it, and then I said to him, it's fine, boy, don't go. I said, don't go. And then only like 10 o'clock yesterday, he's now busy doing up and down, opening fridge, and I'm like, aha. And I shouldn't have. But you know what? A part of me was like, probably he's just drained. It's just drained. Was it a good thing before a weekend? Because I could have said, no, wait. But I thought, you know what? It could have been worse. He could have just well left because I dropped him at school, and then he could bunk. He could just jump the fence or do whatever, disappear or go sit in the toilet and just need that space. I granted it. And then I said to him yesterday, that is one request in a lifetime that a year, you'll request that again next year, my boy. He's like, no, I understand. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. There was understanding. I understood him. He didn't explain, how he's feeling emotionally. He was just saying, obvious for his age. But imagine now as an adult, imagine if my partner were to say, I don't feel like going to work. And I interrogate, I engage, not interrogate, I engage her. And I find out it's just drained. Monday to Friday is tiring. So, and if it's a no work, no pay, let's talk about the consequences of that. You see, with my son, he came already saying, I will speak to my friends. And guess what? By 2 o'clock, when we're fetching the other one, 2 o'clock, he says, Daddy, they sent me some project that we're submitting on Tuesday. We need to print out some stuff. Can I print the things, some images? And then he printed that. So you see, he made me understood, and he made me understand Uguti. He made me understand, not understood. He made me understand Uguti. He's drained, and there's a plan in place for this thing. So you need to ask powerful and curious questions to encourage your partner to share more. Okay? Don't just sit there. If you are interested, if you care, if you want to be part of this, if you want to understand me, you're going to ask questions that will say that you want to understand me, that you care. You don't just sit there and say, okay. Abanye, don't even say, I hear you. But you engage. When they say something like, oh, okay, so is this what it means? Okay, can I ask something? Okay, when this and this happens, then what normally happens? You engage me. That's the only way you will understand me. And we spoke about showing empathy, and it's something that becomes very key. And then the other thing, you learn to listen beyond words that are being said. If you want to understand your partner, listen to the words, but also listen to what is not being said. Read their body language. Understand their movement, their posture. Okay, I had to sit with my son 2 times to really see Uguti. Okay, I know this boy doesn't look like there's anything sinister. It just looks fatigued. Okay, and it's because of a lot of things that he's been doing. It's reading, competition, he's involved in chess, and it's just a lot of things. And I even said to him, not yesterday, the other time, like I think around May, I said, don't you want to cut down on some of the things that you are doing? And he's like, no, Daddy, they are not clashing. This is on this day, but it's just a lot of things. You understand? I understood, and I also listened beyond just the words, because just listening to the words, like I went, don't even have that going to school. Understand? I'm not saying, guys, you need to authorize that, but that's the beauty of being a parent. You use your discretion on certain things. Understand? So same applies. Being in a relationship, especially for us men that are listening here, I need you to take what I'm saying now really to heart. I need you to start practicing more of it. I need you to listen, because you see, the problem with women is sometimes when they communicate out of frustration. And that is the first thing that you need to pick up. And pick up, this is frustration speaking before anything else. Then your job is to calm down the frustration, and then you can have your wife. Because you're having your wife and the frustration and all these other things and the emotions. So you calm her down by giving her the attention, you understand her. All right? So the words we say and how we say these words are only just a small portion of what is really happening and what is at stake here. Often in communication, we get so lost in the words that we forget to also pay attention. Because why? You are so analyzing these words, you're poking holes. And when you poke holes, and then it's going to be a problem. My time is up, and I'm not even halfway. Zuki, please be on standby. Please be on standby. Give me just about 5 minutes, and then I will probably finish this afterwards. But in the next 5 minutes, I will hand over to you. Now, in understanding relationships, communication goes beyond, the sentences, the construction. So you cannot just crucify me for saying one thing, and while my body is saying the other. You need to read both. You need to be able to pay attention. You need to pay attention to the tone they are using. Is this a tone that is giving up? Is this a tone that is undermining? Is this a tone that is begging? Is this a tone that is saying, you know what, like I'm out of words, I'm out of options? The posture, the sighing, the voice, the vibration in the voice. All right? So all these things, they play a huge role. Are they speaking fast? Are they speaking slow? How are they holding themselves? Is this person on a verge of just breaking, probably just crying? You look at them. Are they looking down? Are they looking nervous? What is it that is happening? All these things, they will give you a cue. Try to understand before trying to be understood. Okay? Imagine if both of you were to have that mentality, that is my mission. Both of you have the same mission. I'm going to understand my partner before I will have the need and the urge to understand them. I'm going to understand them. Because in order for my partner to understand me, I need to have understood them, because in order for me to communicate, I need to communicate from a point of understanding, unless I'm communicating a misunderstanding that I'm rectifying or clarifying. Now, when you communicate with a partner, we often try, to highlight, and ensure that we are heard. But the question is, have you heard them? Have you understood them? Now, understanding in a relationship is a two-way street, and both partners must be heard. There are some couples, especially let's say I am today, I don't know why, and in feel, I don't feel you guys today. This thing of also using the masculinity. Saturday didn't buy enough English bundles. Using this thing of, I'm the man of the house, I'm the head here, you don't speak to me like that, and so forth. Have you understood me before you can even come down on me on those things? All right? Now, here's another thing. Respect plays a huge part in understanding each other. You recognize and respect that you and your partner may have different views. You cannot agree on everything. Hence I said, Uti, understanding is not about agreement. We cannot understand and agree on everything. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. That as a couple, we are saying we are building together, and both of us, we see as everything the same way, then we are not adding value to each other. We're not adding value to each other. And then we need to make sure, Uguti, we understand how we each think, because whatever that I will bring to the table will be based on my understanding of how we think. Okay, it's going to be based on our understanding on, I understand ukuthi umuntu wami is limited. It's things like this or things like that. And then you need to practice and develop trust. You need to practice trusting your partner. So understanding requires that I need to trust you. I cannot understand someone that I don't trust. Some of the things, they will not make sense, and we've agreed on that one. It's not always going to make sense. When it don't make sense, then this is where trust comes in. And then trust comes in. And then, obvious, if I'm trusting you, it means I practice a lot of compromise. Now, to understand your partner, you have to be willing to compromise. Because remember, I'm understanding you. For there to be a requirement of understanding, there has to be two views or different views on something. Hence, now I will have to understand you, because there are two different views. So because there are two different views, I need to understand you. In other words, I need to trust you that what you are saying or doing is in the best interest. Then what I do is I then compromise. I meet you halfway from my point of understanding to where your understanding is at. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that now. If we have time, and then I'm going to finish it afterwards. I've got about 4 more points that I want to give. But Zuki, are you welcome to everyone who just joined. Zuki, are you ready, Mama? You can unmute and open your video, and then you can take us through. I'm going to disappear on the screen.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Pastor X.